brothers and sisters in the Lord. It's good to be with you again. I hope that these broadcasts have been beneficial to you, helping you to grow spiritually. I'm delighted to be able to share with you the Word of God, and hopefully that you will be encouraged by today's lesson. We're going to begin with verse 27 of chapter 21 of Acts, the Apostles. When the 7 days were nearly over, some Jews from the province of Asia saw Paul at the temple. They stirred up the whole crowd and seized him, shouting, "Fellow Israelites, help us! This is the man who teaches everyone everywhere against our people and our law and this place. And besides, he has brought Greeks into the temple and defiled this holy place." They had previously seen Trophimus the Ephesian in the city with Paul and assumed that Paul had brought him into the temple. The whole city was aroused, and the people came running from all directions. Seizing Paul, they dragged him from the temple, and immediately the gates were shut while they were trying to kill him. News reached the commander of the Roman troops that the whole city of Jerusalem was in an uproar. He at once took some officers and soldiers and ran down to the crowd. When the rioters saw the commander and his soldiers, they stopped beating Paul. Now, these verses to talk about Paul's arrest, and really about Paul and his activities prior to his arrest by the commander. Well, why would Paul be arrested? Notice what we said here in this particular passage, that this rumor of Paul preaching against the customs of the Jews had spread to other places. It also shows us how difficult it is for a particular rumor to go away. However, this one sticks closely to the people, and some Asian Jews who are also there celebrating Pentecost. And they're called Asian Jews. And I believe that these are the same folk who are called Judaizers. And who were Judaizers? They were persons who thought that Gentiles had to become Jews first, that is, in their practices, in order to be saved. But this rumor resurfaces again, and they saw Paul one day with a Gentile, an Ephesian, and so they assumed that Paul had brought him into the temple courts, beyond the court of the Gentiles. It was not a word of proof to the accusation, but because they believed it, they called on the citizens, the Jews in Jerusalem, to help him attack Paul. And why would they want to do that? You see, there was a Jewish law that any Gentile that would go beyond the court of the Gentiles would be slain. And the Roman government supported that among the Jews. And so they drugged Paul from the temple and began beating on him. And word got to the commander that something was going awry near the temple, and so he took with him a couple of centurions with him, 200 of them, with him to try to quell what was going on. And so he asked some questions to try to find out what was going on. Some folks said one thing and some said another. And consequently, the commander could not find out what was going on. But he asked Paul the question of, who are you? What's going on? And I think that occurs in the next section. But the thing that I believe that we should gain from this particular section, that assumptions again surface. Paul would never have done what they accused him of, being a devout Jew. He knew the law, and I don't believe that he would put himself in that predicament where his life would be in danger. The thing that I want us to keep in mind, though, and to remember is the damage that can be done, again, because of our assumptions. Don't ever assume something erroneous about the leadership of our church unless you were there yourself to witness it. Be careful of what we say about one another. Sometimes our eyes will deceive us. Sometimes our mouths will deceive us, and certainly there are times when our ears will deceive us. We don't always hear what we thought we heard. So don't go off on a tangent. Don't say things that you have no proof of. That's good advice for all people, whether you're a believer or a non-believer. But in the next section, which we will take up next time, we will find we'll talk about Paul's actual arrest by the commander. In the meantime, be blessed. See you on tomorrow.